The rain fell in relentless sheets, hammering the dark streets with an unforgiving rhythm. Through the mist and storm, the sleek black car slowed as its headlights cut across the iron gates of a towering mansion. Inside the car sat Adam Warren, one of the wealthiest businessmen in the city, a man whose name alone commanded respect in boardrooms and headlines. Yet, on this stormy night, his life was about to be shaken to its core. As the gates creaked open, Adam's eyes caught something unusual, something that forced his driver to slam the brakes. There, lying motionless on the rain-drenched pavement, was an elderly couple, frail, soaked to the bone, their thin bodies trembling violently under the downpour. For a moment, Adam thought he was hallucinating. How could anyone be here, collapsed outside his very home? "Stop the car!" Adam barked, already pushing the door open before it fully halted. The cold rain drenched his expensive tailored suit in seconds, but he didn't care. He rushed forward, the kneeling beside them. The woman's lips were pale, her hands icy cold. The man, gray-haired and fragile, coughed weakly, his eyes flickering with desperation. That night, Adam Warren, the untouchable millionaire, felt something crack inside his chest. He had seen poverty before, but never so raw, never so close to his own doorstep. Before I take you deeper into this life-changing story, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to Exposed Tales. Because stories like this remind us of the power of compassion, and you won't want to miss what happens next. Adam called for his staff, shouting orders to bring blankets, hot tea, and a doctor immediately. The elderly couple were carried into the mansion's grand hallway, its marble floors glistening under crystal chandeliers, a world so far removed from their suffering that it almost looked unreal. When the doctor arrived, he explained that the couple was suffering from severe exhaustion, dehydration and malnourishment. Adam listened in silence, staring at their wrinkled faces. Something in their expressions seemed hauntingly familiar, though he couldn't place it yet. When they regained some strength, Adam sat beside them, his tone unusually gentle. "What were you doing out there in the storm? Where is your family?" The old man's eyes welled with tears. His voice cracked as he whispered, "Family. We lost them long ago. Our only son, he left us when he became successful. He said we were a burden. Since then life has been nothing but struggle." Adam froze. A painful memory from decades ago surfaced. The night he stormed out of his parents' modest home, swearing never to return. He had been young, angry, and desperate to make a name for himself. In his hunger for success, he had cut ties with the very people who had sacrificed everything for him. His hands trembled. Could it be? No, it couldn't. But as he leaned closer, searching the man's face, the truth struck him like lightning. These weren't strangers. They were his parents. The storm outside raged on, but inside the mansion Adam's soul was in turmoil. Shame and regret poured through him as he watched his parents lying weak and helpless under his roof. For years he had ignored the letters, the phone calls, even the whispers of guilt that occasionally haunted his dreams. His empire had grown, his name had soared, but he had left the two people who mattered most to wither in silence. Now they were here, brought by fate, or perhaps divine intervention, collapsed outside the gates of the very wealth he had once chosen over them. But it wasn't just regret that filled Adam's heart. It was fear. Fear that he had lost them forever, fear that forgiveness might never come. Over the next few days, Adam did everything he could. He cleared his schedule, personally overseeing their care. He sat by their side, feeding them, listening to their stories he had missed during the years he spent chasing success. Slowly, they regained their strength. His mother, though frail, smiled faintly as she whispered, "We never stopped praying for you." Adam couldn't hold back his tears, but the road to redemption wasn't smooth. The elderly couple, though grateful for his help, carried deep wounds. His father was distant, responding with short answers, avoiding eye contact. His mother, ever gentle, tried to bridge the silence, but Adam could see the hurt etched in their tired eyes. The challenge before him was greater than any business deal he had ever faced, to mend the bond he himself had broken. He faced moments of doubt. Would they ever forgive him? Could love really heal years of abandonment? He remembered the countless times he had ignored their struggles, the moments they might have gone hungry while he feasted in luxury. The guilt was unbearable. But Adam did not give up. Every day he showed up, cooking for them, driving them to the park, holding his mother's hand during her walks, and listening to his father's quiet wisdom. Little by little, cracks of forgiveness appeared. His father began to share stories from Adam's childhood, reminders of love that had never truly died, only been buried under pain. As weeks passed, a transformation unfolded. The mansion, once a cold fortress of wealth, became a home filled with laughter, warmth, and the scent of his mother's favorite recipes. Adam realized that true success wasn't measured in money or power, but in the love and respect of the people who raised you. In a touching moment one evening, his father finally placed a trembling hand on Adam's shoulder and said, "Son, it hurt when you left us. But nothing in this world can make us stop loving you. You were lost, but you found your way back." Adam broke down, hugging his parents tightly, promising never to abandon them again. The story didn't end there. Adam used his wealth not just to care for his parents, but to honor them. He built community shelters for the elderly, ensuring no one else would suffer as they did. He became a champion of compassion, reminding others that success without love is nothing but emptiness. The once cold-hearted millionaire had been humbled by life, transformed by love, and reborn through forgiveness. Before I leave you with the final lesson, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Exposed Tales. Stories like this are made to touch hearts, and your support helps us share more powerful tales that can inspire the world. And so, Adam Warren's story became more than just the tale of a wealthy man. It became a reminder to all of us: never turn your back on the hands that once held you when you were small. Never forget the sacrifices made by those who loved you first. Success may fade, fortunes may crumble, but family, the bond of love, remains eternal. In the end, it wasn't his mansion or his millions that defined Adam. It was the day he stopped in shock, saw his parents collapsed in the rain, and finally realized what truly mattered in life: